Argentina, land of steak, tango, and an economy in meltdown. By late 2023, inflation soared past 140%. Prices doubled overnight, the peso melted away. Argentina's dollar reserves, nearly gone. But the IMF wants its money back, in dollars, not steak. With no dollars left, Argentina turned to China for help. China offered a lifeline, not dollars, but yuan. This was more than a quick fix, it was a strategic pivot. Argentina could now pay for Chinese imports without draining its last dollars. For China, it was a chance to get its currency used abroad. For Argentina, it was survival. This deal marked a major shift. Desperation met ambition. China expanded its financial footprint in America's backyard. Argentina, out of options, grabbed the hose China offered. The fire wasn't out, but at least there was water. As Argentina scrambled, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, invited them to join. It was a shot at breaking free from dollar dominance. But then, a new president, Javier Milei, took office. He wanted to ditch BRICS and dollarize Argentina's economy. Suddenly Argentina was torn: join the anti-dollar squad or double down on the dollar. The country's future hung in the balance. Milei's tough talk clashed with harsh reality. Debt still needed paying. Ideology met pragmatism. Argentina's alliances were up for grabs. The world watched, unsure which way Argentina would jump. In crisis, practicality often wins. While politicians argued, business got practical. Argentina tapped a currency swap with China, like a giant credit card, but in yuan. Suddenly hundreds of companies paid for Chinese imports in yuan, not dollars. The government let people open yuan bank accounts. For the first time, regular Argentinians could hold yuan. The yuan became a real option, not just a headline. Still, the dollar remained king. Globally, it's in nearly 90% of transactions. The yuan's share is small, but growing. In Argentina, it became a necessary second language. The shift wasn't about politics, it was survival. The yuan isn't taking over, but it's no longer a stranger. Argentina's crisis made it a pioneer in using China's money. The world took notice. China's interest in Argentina goes far beyond loans. Billions poured into railways, dams, and especially lithium, vital for batteries and tech. China secured food, energy, and tech deals, embedding itself in Argentina's future. Chinese companies run banks, stores, and even a space station in Patagonia. Everyday life in Argentina now has a Chinese flavor. In 2022, Argentina joined China's Belt and Road Initiative, deepening the partnership. For Argentina, it meant investment and development. For China, it meant resources and influence in South America. The relationship brought benefits, and new questions about Beijing's sway. China's presence is everywhere, from groceries to outer space. Argentina's future is now tied to China's ambitions. The US noticed China's growing influence in Argentina, and wasn't happy. Washington warned about debt traps and strategic risks. US pressure delayed or halted some Chinese projects. Argentina was caught in a tug of war. It needed China's money, but couldn't anger the US. This is part of a global trend: de-dollarization. Countries like Brazil and Russia are also seeking alternatives to the dollar. For some, it's about dodging US sanctions. For others, it's about stability. The dollar's dominance is being challenged, slowly. Argentina's dilemma is the world's dilemma: yuan or dollar. The old financial order is under pressure. The US still holds the keys, but China is knocking at the door. Argentina's choices reflect a bigger global shift. The stakes are high for everyone. Is the dollar doomed? Not yet. The dollar still dominates global trade. Even BRICS countries mostly use it. Trust and convenience keep the dollar on top. The yuan faces hurdles: strict controls and limited global access. The dollar's share of reserves has slipped, but it's still far ahead. The yuan is rising, but slowly. We're moving toward a multipolar currency world. The dollar remains king, but it's no longer alone. Argentina's story is a snapshot of this shift. Countries will use whatever works to survive. The dollar's reign isn't over, but the world is changing. For Argentina, navigating this new reality is the real challenge.